You see that Islam has a new king, and he is Nigerian, and I'm assuming this is the queen. If you're from Emonti, Composite, whatever you want to call it, my hometown, you are gonna wanna come close so we can meet our new king. This is Chief Solomon Ogbonna Eziko. He was crowned Igwe Ndigbona East London by the Nigerian community, which means that he is the king of the Igbo people in East London. The coronation was last week on Saturday, and this was the program, I'm assuming. As you can see here, there's a lot of Nigerian leaders from, they were traveling from Cape Town, Joburg, all going to East London to witness this. Why weren't we invited? That's what I would like to know. So from what I understand is that he is obviously not the king of East London, but a leader of the Nigerian community in East London. So if they have any issues, they basically go to him. They're also saying that he is meant to guide them and provide them with wisdom to live in harmony with the host country, which is us, South Africans. Do we have one in Cape Town? Because I have some things to say. Video from the coronation went viral and it received a lot of backlash from South Africans, basically asking, what do you mean Nigerians have their own mini kingdom within South Africa? ATM, which is the African Transformation Movement, called for urgent government investigation into the coronation as well as the citizenship of everyone that was in attendance. Basically calling the whole thing a blatant disregard for sovereignty and local customs. Listen, all now I can think about is how funny this whole thing would be if we had Chidima as Miss SA and this guy as a king. Just saying.
We just wake up and create problems for ourselves. Like the distance between South Africans and Nigeria, or rather the countries, are so far. The distance is very far. So coming to South Africa to say you want to establish an Igbo kingdom in a country that is not your country, and that same country, they already have a kingdom that has been here. Now you are coming to this country to establish a kingdom. I would say you are going against the culture, because cultures are different. The way South Africans do their things are different from the way Nigerians do their things. So establishing an Igbo kingdom in South Africa, it is not right. Like seriously, we always want to instigate those people. They keep quiet. We rub salt on the injury, which will make these people to react. And when they react, we end up saying they are xenophobic. No, most of our attitude actually prompts them to react the way they react. Igbo kingdom as how? For what? Like what? Why? We are already a problem on their neck. Now you are establishing another problem. Like why? For me, I'm not in support to, I not follow.
So in case if you don't know what is trending right now, there is this massive protest that is ongoing in South Africa, which is titled March and March. So these guys are pushing out illegal foreigners in their country, illegal Nigerians in their country. To be very honest, a lot of Nigerians are already screaming on top of their voices that their shops are being locked. They are asked to leave. Even if you are documented or undocumented right now, please leave South Africa. It doesn't look good. So people are insinuating that it has a lot to do with the Igbo king that is being found at the East London in South Africa. You guys, watch these videos and please leave me your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Foreign-owned shops have shut down following ongoing marches in the area as tension escalates and concerns of their safety continues to grow among business owners.
They say, I don't know what the problem. They say, okay, Abahambe people, I don't know, people that is not documented, but you can see that even people that documented, they are also affecting illegal foreigners. They know where they are, but police know where they are. So why is everybody affected?
I went through the comment section of the video. A lot of Nigerians are totally against this whole thing. They felt like, why are the Igbos in South Africa putting them in trouble? Because of course, a lot of accusation fingers are being pointed towards the new Igbo kingdom that was found in South Africa. You guys should please let me know what you think in the comments. It doesn't look good, like I said before, but I still don't know why in 2025 a lot of countries are now beginning to reject Nigeria. I don't know, like it's short. Maybe Nigerians should just come home right now, try to develop their country. Let's try to fight the insecurity. Let's try to fight poor electricity and make Nigeria better, because there's still nothing like your homeland. No matter how many times and how many years it takes to outside another man's land, you will continue to be a foreigner. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kola. There has been a lot of noise online about this Igbo king being crowned in East London, Cape Town, and it has sparked serious outrage in the community, especially from people in South Africa and even back in even in Nigeria. So he was given a traditional title like a king. He's also an Igbo king in Nigeria, but he came to South Africa and he was given that title to represent the Igbo people living in South Africa. And now, the Igbo culture, having a king in a diaspora that isn't even theirs, back in other people's country, it's something they have been doing for years to keep their culture alive.
I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the Igbo population in South Africa. It's your right to practice your culture. Everybody knows that. And we know the Igbos are culturally inclined people and very strong people. Everybody knows that. But the moment you start mentioning words like coronation and Igwe in another person's country, you think South Africans don't know what Igwe means. They cannot be gaslighted. They know what Igwe, they've been watching Nigerian movies since the early 90s. They know what Igwe means. Okay? But the moment you start mentioning coronation and Igwe in another man's country, you have overstepped your bounds. You can call me a Yoruba coward. I accept and I wear that with pride. Okay? Nigerians are being ostracized in South Africa and we're being blamed for so many things. We don't want to make it worse for other Nigerians and other Africans in South Africa. You can change his title to the chairman of Igbo people in Eastern Cape. And his so-called palace can be his office. But we can't have two kings in a community that is filled with primarily South Africans. You cannot do that. So, I want to take this time to apologize again to the South African brothers and sisters. Siyaxolisa. Asifuni ikinga. Sifuna ukutula. Asifuni ikinga. Sifuna ukutula. Siyaxolisa. I'm taking this opportunity to apologize to the king in the Eastern Cape, Dalingoebo. Siyaxolisa kakulonkosi. This cannot be acceptable by anybody. Okay? Please, people, let's behave ourselves as Nigerians. I believe that those that were at the coronation and those that have been coronated need to apologize to the South African people. Asifuni ikinga. Sifuna ubtula. Siyabonga kakulu. Yakuluma next time.
South Africans, please, my dears, come forward. Come forward. What I'm about to say right now concerns you people mainly. Ghanaians, you can come forward too. The Nigerians, stay at the back and come forward because this concerns you too. Now, let me start by apologizing to South Africans because I never said anything concerning this charade, this controversy or altercation of Nigerians bringing the Igbo king, or let me say Igbos. Yes, I'm actually right when I say Nigerians because the Igbo tribe is in Nigeria, whether the Yorubas or the Hausas like it or not. If you people don't like it, then put up a protest against Igbos. The Yorubas and the Hausas in South Africa should put up a protest against Igbos on the wrong things they are doing to South Africans. So I'm sorry I never said anything, even though there was a live I was recently invited to and I was posed with such question and I gave them the answer. But here is one of the things I want to make very clear to Nigerians. That's why I say Nigerians should also come very closer. If South Africans start unaliving Nigerians in South Africa, if South Africans start an unselected unaliving practice on Nigerians right now, they are not wrong, go. Let the world hear this. He said they are not wrong, go. If South Africans start unaliving Nigerians without selecting them, without saying, oh, these are the wrong ones, these are the bad. Once you're a Nigerian, it does not matter whether you came right or came wrong or whatever. If they start unaliving anything called Nigerians right now, they are not wrong. What is the reason? Because creating a palace in another man's country is an invasion attempt. Trying to create royalty or creating a king or whatever, Igbo king or whatever, in another man's country is an invasion attempt. It is the first step to invasion. And whether you like it or not, the only fitting reaction to any attempt on invasion or invasion attempt is what? War, for glory's sake. War, for fairness sake. War, for transparency's sake. War. That's one of those things. Yes, I've said it. Right now, I don't even know why South Africans are delaying. I'm not proposing a bloodshed or any form of bloodshed, but at least Nigerians by now should be going to hospitals in South Africa. Yes. Now, Nigerians in South Africa should be receiving treatments in South African hospitals. Yes. Now, owing to broken bones, beatings, at least. Such a thing should awaken. You cannot negotiate with Nigerians because you cannot negotiate with imbeciles. There is a movie that goes this way. There is a movie that's, I think, part of the scene. There was this particular statement that goes this way. In that scene, it says, you cannot reason with crazy. You can't negotiate with unreasonable people. You cannot negotiate with people that are mentally retarded. You can't negotiate with buffoons. You can't negotiate with an imbecile. What you do to them is flogging them, beating them up. Blatant beating. Beating them to a marrow that they are. You see, there are things that, for Ghanaians, why I asked you people to come closer is that I'm really not satisfied on how you people treated Nigerians. Because if you people treated them as due, any Nigerian in Ghana should live in Ghana with fear. That is how I expect it. If you're a Nigerian living in Ghana, you should be living in fear. Yes, fear is a very good thing. In fact, Nigerians behave themselves under fear. You can't give them peace. All this, Ghana is a peaceful area. Let me finish that statement for you people. When Nigerians make that statement, Ghana is peaceful. Hence, it is a fitting environment for us to commit our crime and get away with it. That is the full statement to that particular thing. When you hear them say, Ghana is a peaceful area, they are peaceful people, they are hospitable people. Those things are just to deceive you people. I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling for bloodshed, but you see, without unaliving a person, there are still things you can do to that person to send messages to other people around. It is your home. Nature would support you because you were offended. You're not the offender. An attempt to invade your home was made and you're sleeping. The Zulu tribe, are you people still there? What is? Do I have to shout to Webampe 10 times? These things are no matters of protest and all. I saw a video on 4 Nigerians that were unalived in Ghana alongside the Liberian. And I was like, is that the best Ghanaians can do? 4. Nigerians are still, they still feel at home. They still feel safe in Ghana. Whereas they feel unsafe. They feel unsafe in their own home. Go and watch spectacles to see what Marcus Crassus did to a lot of people that ran from their general in fear of spectacles. Go and see what he did to them. It's what we call decimation. It's a ceremony of decimation. He decimated them to understand that the fear for Marcus Crassus should be louder than your fear for Spartacus. Nigerian fear for Ghana should be louder than their fear for their own country. Nigerian fear for South Africa should be bigger than their fear for their own country. South Africans should deal with them immensely. Ghanaians should deal with them immensely so that they will know that whatever they think they are afraid of in their own home is just a fragment of what they will get once they go to South Africa. But you people have made your homes very conducive for them. And then no matter what you people say, they understand that they have a lot to fear in Nigeria than they can fear in Ghana and South Africa respectively. They know. That's why no matter what happens, they will stay. No matter what you people say, they will stay in Ghana and South Africa and be purporting that they are evil. Why? Because you've not given them something to be afraid of. If I was there, they would run back to Nigeria and know that Nigeria is a lot more safe for them than even South Africa. When that xenophobia, the initial xenophobia happened, why were they coming back? I thought they were afraid of Nigeria. Why were they coming back to Nigeria? To see that Nigeria is way more safe for them. Which should be. No matter what happens in your country, you should understand that your country is safer for you than you're going outside any other country to find refuge. For what reason? Is there war in your country? And you people are living. You're living faster than people that are even warring. Iranians and all these people going to war. Ukraine and when Ukraine and Russia were at war, did we see any Ukrainian or any Russian person in Nigeria or anywhere? Did we see? We did not. Were they living their societies like that? They were not. A lot of boxers, a lot of strong boxers resigned. They went back to fight. They went back to fight. And you South Africans are sleeping here over your right. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, brothers. Ghanaians, you people should even strengthen more to ensure that your society becomes unsafe for Nigerians. Before they open their mouth to complain, they should present to you people how safe their own country is for them. And if they want to retaliate, good. It's okay. Every Ghanaian in Nigeria should come back to Ghana because Ghana is more safe. Every South African, which I know they are not, should go back to South Africa. Every South African in Nigeria should leave. But every Nigerian in South Africa or Ghana should leave to their home. Simple.
And then there's this fear that moves like this just adds fuel to existing stereotypes and tension in the community, especially in places like South Africa, where relations have already been rocky, and it mostly feels like that's xenophobia. And honestly, you can understand from both sides, because on one hand, it's just cultural representation, and every diaspora community does this in some form, by maintaining identity and keeping leadership and maintaining structure. But on the other hand, perception really matters in the community. If people already feel like foreigners are coming in and dominating their businesses and space, then something like crowning a king can be easily misunderstood as something bigger or more political than it actually is. Because why would you just come to a country and label people as kings? You see, how did they even get the citizenship at first? And now it has turned into this whole online debate. Is it really cultural pride, or is it really crossing a line they shouldn't? Because some South Africans are calling it disrespectful, and some Nigerians are calling it embarrassing. And this just shows how quickly something cultural can turn into something political, depending on where it happens. What do you think, guys? Because what do you think? Is this just people overreacting, or do you think moves like this should be handled differently when you're in you're in another country generally? Tell me how you feel about this. And finally, credit goes to all the respective owners of the clips and content used in my video. Your thoughts and perspective, guys, made today's work possible. And if you loved today's video and you would want to see more of this, click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video widely, as it helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next video.